Most foot pain is not solved by resting more. It is solved by giving your foot and calf enough capacity to handle your steps again. That is the part people miss. They rest until the pain calms down. Then they go right back to the same shoes, same step count, same standing time, same weekend errands, same hard floors, and the foot says welcome back to the problem. Plantar fasciitis is frustrating because it tricks us. The pain often feels sharpest in the morning, then loosens up, then comes back later when the day's load piles up. So people chase relief: frozen bottles, massage balls, orthotics, cushioned shoes, stretching, compression socks, and sometimes prayers whispered near the bathroom on the first steps of the day. Some of those tools help, but they are not the whole fix. Support calms the foot, strength rebuilds the foot. The trick is knowing when to use each. The plantar fascia is like a spring-loaded bridge under the foot. Every step loads it. If the calf, arch, and foot muscles do not have enough capacity, that bridge gets irritated. Rest may quiet the alarm, but rest does not rebuild the bridge. That is why today's plan is not just roll it out or just buy an insole. It is a progression. Calm it today, strengthen it this week, progress it this month. First, what is plantar fasciitis? It is usually pain under the heel or along the arch, often near the inside front part of the heel. The classic pattern is sharp first step pain in the morning or pain after sitting. The first walk to the bathroom can feel like stepping on a Lego designed by a villain. That morning pain is not random. It is your first load test of the day. After sleep, the foot has not been moving much. Then suddenly the sensitive plantar fascia, calf, Achilles, and foot complex have to accept full body weight. That is why a before-you-step routine matters. But we also need to update the old story. The word fasciitis makes it sound like this is always pure inflammation. In chronic cases, it often behaves more like a load-related fasciopathy, closer to a tendon-style capacity problem. So the question is not only how do we calm inflammation, the better question is how do we rebuild tolerance? Now the red flags. Not every heel pain is plantar fasciitis. Get evaluated if you have sudden traumatic onset, inability to bear weight normally, major swelling or bruising, warmth or redness, pain at rest or at night, numbness or tingling, pain that keeps worsening through activity instead of warming up, or pinpoint bone pain. Stress fractures can mimic plantar fasciitis, but they often feel more like deep bone pain, worsen with weight bearing, and may come after a sudden jump in running, walking, standing, or impact. Also get checked if you have diabetes, neuropathy, inflammatory disease, osteoporosis risk, or no meaningful improvement after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent conservative care. Now, if this fits the classic plantar fascia pattern, here is the framework. Bucket 1. Calm the tissue. Bucket 2. Build capacity. Bucket 3. Control load. Most people live in bucket 1 forever. They roll, stretch, ice, rest, and buy support, but never rebuild the foot's ability to tolerate real life. The goal is not to be pain-free while doing nothing. The goal is to walk, stand, train, and live without the foot acting like every step is a personal attack. So we start with phase 1, calm it down. For days 1 to 14, the goal is to reduce morning pain and stop the irritation loop. Before your first steps, do the plantar fascia stretch. Cross the affected foot over the opposite knee. Pull the toes gently back toward the shin until you feel tension through the arch. Hold briefly and repeat 5 to 10 times. This is not a flexibility contest. You are preparing the tissue before it takes full body weight. Then do ankle pumps or circles for 30 to 60 seconds. And when you stand up, do not walk barefoot onto hard tile like you are trying to anger the foot gods. Put on supportive house shoes, recovery sandals, or shoes that make the first steps feel calmer. Stretching is the morning mute button. Strength is the long-term volume control. For symptom help, rolling can be useful. Roll the arch with a ball or frozen bottle for 1 to 2 minutes if it helps. But rolling is not remodeling the tissue in 90 seconds. Rolling changes sensitivity, strength changes capacity. So use rolling to make the foot feel safer before loading, not as the entire plan. Add gentle calf stretching too. Straight knee calf stretch and bent knee calf stretch, 20 to 30 seconds each. The calf and Achilles feed directly into the tension system of the foot. Then we start strength, but we start where the foot can succeed. Early options are seated calf raises, slow double leg calf raises, short foot doming, and toe control. Short foot doming means gently drawing the ball of the foot toward the heel without curling the toes. Imagine lifting the arch slightly, not clawing the floor like a stressed eagle. Toe yoga means lifting the big toe while the other toes stay down, then reversing. It will feel ridiculous. That is fine. The foot has been wearing shoes and outsourcing skill for years. Phase 2 is build capacity, weeks 2 to 6. Now we gradually progress calf and arch strength. Start with double leg heel raises, 3 sets of 10 to 15, slow and controlled. Then progress to assisted single leg heel raises, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Use a slow tempo. About 3 seconds up, pause, 3 seconds down. If basic heel raises are tolerated, we eventually add a towel under the toes. This lifts the toes slightly and loads the plantar fascia through the foot's windlass mechanism. That is the same concept used in high-load strength training research, where slow heel raises with a towel under the toes improved outcomes at 3 months compared with stretching alone. But the destination is high-load strength. The starting point depends on how angry the foot is today. Do not jump to heavy single-leg calf raises on day 1 because a study used them later. That is like reading about marathon training and sprinting out of the driveway. Phase 3 is progressive load, weeks 6 to 12. Now we build toward single-leg heel raises off a step, towel under toes, and eventually adding a backpack or dumbbell if tolerated. A classic progression is 3 sets of 12, then 4 sets of 10, then 5 sets of 8, slowly adding load over time. The foot adapts slowly. Tendon and fascia-style tissues do not love surprise parties. Now step count. Your foot does not only care about exercise, it cares about total daily load. 10,000 steps can be medicine or gasoline depending on your current capacity. Track your average daily steps for 3 to 5 days. Find the level that does not make next morning pain worse. Start there or slightly below. Increase weekly steps by about 5 to 10% only if morning pain stays stable. If pain increases for 2 mornings in a row, reduce steps by 10 to 20% for several days. And do not stack stressors. New shoes, hills, speed walking, calf raises, more standing, beach walks, and a big errand day should not all show up in the same week like a foot pain flash mob. Now footwear. During a flare, comfort and support are your friends. Avoid long barefoot time on tile, concrete, or hard floors. Use supportive shoes or house sandals first thing in the morning. Choose shoes that feel comfortable immediately, not shoes that require suffering to break in. Minimalist shoes are not evil, but they are a training exposure, not an emergency treatment. Barefoot shoes are like heavy lifting for your feet. That can be useful, but you do not max out on day 1 while injured. Orthotics are similar. Orthotics are not fake. They are also not magic. They are scaffolding. Prefabricated insoles can help some people reduce symptoms and keep walking while strength improves. Custom orthotics are not automatically better for everyone. If taping the arch helps, an insole may help because it supports a similar idea. But do not use orthotics as permission to ignore strength and load management. Night splints are another tool. They are most useful when first step morning pain is the main problem. A night splint is not a cure. It is a morning pain tool. If your first steps are the worst part of the day, it may be worth trying for a month or 2 while you do the rehab. Now the daily protocol. Before first steps, plantar fascia stretch, ankle pumps, supportive footwear. During the day, manage step count, avoid long barefoot hard floor time, use insoles or taping if helpful. Strength 3 to 4 days per week, calf raises, arch doming, toe control, and later towel under toes heel raises. Symptom tools: rolling, calf stretching, and footwear support. Progression rule: Mild discomfort is acceptable if it settles and does not worsen the next morning. If next morning pain jumps, the previous day was too much. The final takeaway is simple. Your foot does not need more random hacks. It needs a loading plan it can actually recover from. Calm it today, strengthen it this week, progress it this month. If this helped you understand plantar fasciitis without the miracle insole circus, tap like, subscribe to Longevity Compass, and check the description for our Amazon KDP book and tools like insoles, supportive house shoes, massage balls, resistance bands, and step platforms. Because this is not a supplement problem first, it is a capacity problem first. And once the foot can handle your steps again, walking stops feeling like a negotiation.